Hi there, this is Heather Picken, and I wanted to give you a little video on how to play on a bigger scale. Ooh, scary. And what do I mean by that? Well, there's so many different levels that I want to talk about. First thing, you might want to attract high-end clients. And why would you want to do that? Well, here's the reason why. If you want more money and freedom in your business, you have to learn how to create a program, a product, or service that has a high value, okay? And so when you do that, let's just say you create a program that's $30,000 for your client, then you get two people, guess what? That's $60,000 of revenue. That is a fast formula for you in having revenue, having freedom, and really working with clients that you love. Now, one of the things I love to teach my clients is to create a series of programs that actually up levels clients, so they start at one level and then they go all the way to the highest level. And the reason why you want to do that is because, number one, you stop wasting your marketing efforts trying to find clients. When you think about customer acquisition costs and how much it is to find a client, those things can really add up. So I want you to look at it this way. If you have clients that are already buying from you, then it's easier for them to get to this level. And so, a lot of times people or coaches or consultants talk about, just getting a huge, massive list and marketing to those people, and that's fine. But the formula that I have found to be proven to work to give you a fast revenue breakthrough is really looking at the people that you're working with now and developing sort of different levels to where you can help people very quickly get fast results. And that's the name of the game. That's the name of the game, getting fast results, leveraging yourself, having a lot of freedom. And the other thing I want to talk about that's really important is aligning your mind to your vision. Okay. Doesn't matter where you're at. Okay. So maybe you're not making 100,000, or maybe you're making more than 100,000, you're making $1 million. I find at every level of business, there are always challenges and issues. And so one of the things that I help entrepreneurs with and companies and leaders is really helping them to align their mind to their vision, really helping them to create those links in their brain so that they are taking focused action. They're allowing themselves to step up in a leadership role that feels inspiring. Because here's the thing, if you're working on your business or you're leading your team every day and you're not on fire, you're not inspired with your mission and purpose, you're going to find your productivity go down. You're not going to find yourself, really working on those high priority things that are really going to bring you more momentum and more money. And so I want you to think about that. I want you to think about, what are you not doing in your business? And so one of the things that I do with my clients is we sit down and we really develop a rock solid plan. And so part of that is looking at your pipeline. And I talked about that a little bit earlier about working with clients that you already have. So looking at your pipeline, you literally could have 20 people in that pipeline that you could sell to. You could sell those high-end programs, right? You could go back and you want to have a system for that. So that's something that we start creating. We start creating the pipeline. Now, one of the things that I know is proven to work, and I have clients literally doubling their revenues in about 30 to 60 days, is we're focusing on the cash flow and knowing what you are actually what I call money metrics. Your money metrics is really understanding and identifying what's going on in your business, how much cash is flowing in, because here's the thing. What gets measured gets improved. It's so true. Years ago, when I had one of my first businesses, I had a fitness business. And so one of the things I would do, I would measure someone's body fat every single week. Now, this is really interesting. When I was consistent in measuring those clients' body fat, what I found happened is they would get consistent results. Now, if those clients, maybe they skipped a week or they didn't want to measure their body fat, I found that their results would decline. Now, the same thing can be applied to your money. If you're wanting to go to the next level of your business, maybe you want to add an extra 10,000 this month, okay? Or maybe you want to make your first 10,000. It doesn't matter where you're at, but you need a proven formula to do that. Now, if you want me to help you to implement this system, one of the things I love sharing with people, because I'm so excited in helping people to make an impact with what they're doing, is I will sit down on a implementation call. And what that is, it's completely complimentary, and we're going to go over everything. We're going to go over your marketing plan. We're going to go over your pipeline, your prospects, your cash flow. You're going to see immediately how you can get fast revenues, how you can really create a breakthrough in your business. It will blow your mind away. Recently I was doing a session with someone, and, they said, I've never been successful in my life. All my family is successful. They have lots of money. And so here's the thing. Maybe you're in this boat, maybe you're not. But when they were putting themselves down, they didn't see that they were already successful in what they were doing, in their genius zone. And so once you awaken their genius zone, which I showed them, what happens in your brain is you start activating that wealth potential. You start seeing things on the way instead of in the way. Because a lot of times what happens is we get those injected values of other people, authority figures, we're subordinating to them, and we're thinking we're not good enough. And I'm telling you, you are here to do magnificent things. So you've got to have the formula. And part of that is aligning your mind to your vision, knowing your numbers. And also, the last thing I'll say is having the right marketing platform. And I want to talk a little bit about this. What does that mean? Now, there's a lot of confusion with people teaching social media and doing Facebook posting and that sort of thing. And those things are great. Don't get me wrong. But if you're wanting a fast revenue breakthrough, you have to focus on what gives you the biggest return. So when I do the implementation session, one of the things that I do is I look at where you're at in your business, because that's really important. Number two, what are you marketing that's really giving you traction? And we start building that plan. We start creating it to show you where the money is right now. I want to share a quick story how this works. So I was working with a client who was on social media for 3 years, posting things, not getting any traction. Within a couple of weeks, she signed up a couple high-end clients. And one of the strategies that we used, and I have many strategies, I have over 50 different strategies to find leads, to attract those high-end clients, because that's the key. And so we used my 5K in a day workshop formula. So what we did is we invited people to a workshop, and it was a very small cost. And then from there, remember I talked about the different levels in your business. She offered a small program. And then I gave her the strategy on how to sell. And at the end of the workshop, she was able to move those people into one level. And then after that program was done, now she is signing up those high-end clients. And guess what? She's not marketing, going out there and doing random posting, not having a plan, not having a formula. And that's the thing that you have to realize, because you can get so bogged down in the social media and do the Facebook posting. And if you're spending money on Facebook ads, you're going to be spending thousands of dollars to get a return on your marketing efforts, because you have to test the ads. I mean, it's a whole nother animal in and of itself. So not to say that that's bad and not to do it, but it's really, to understand and identify where you're at right now. How can you get a fast revenue breakthrough? So this client, now what she's doing is she's doing a bunch of different workshops in different cities, and she's making 5 figures in a day. And she's also signing up those high-end clients. I believe the last workshop that she did, she generated an additional 15 to 20,000. And so I'm on fire and so excited when I see that. Another case study, same thing. I had another client actually starting a new business, and based on where she was at, I told her, let's do my 5K in a day workshop formula. Now, she didn't really have a lot of time to put this together. She kind of put it together literally in like a couple days. And so she ended up getting, I believe, 3 people there. Now you might be thinking, God, Heather, that's not a lot. But here's the thing, because I showed her how to do the workshop, I showed her the formula, here's how you do it. Out of those 3 people, 1 person bought her high-end program, and she was able to make 5 figures in 1 day. Now she has more people in our upcoming workshop. I believe it's 16 to 18 people, where she's going to get them into probably a lower-end program, and then she's going to have people into her high-end programs, because now what she's doing, she's creating higher-end programs at $10,000. So you have to ask yourself this question. Do you want to do a lot of piecemeal stuff that doesn't work, or do you want to learn the fastest formula to have a revenue breakthrough? If you're interested, all you need to do is click on the link below in this video to sign up for an implementation call. Now, I just want to clarify who this is for and who this is not for. It's not for those that are looking to start a new business, okay? So I typically do not like to work with newbies unless you are so special and you're like, no, Heather, I'll do whatever you tell me to do. Then I may consider you, okay? But I tend to work with people that already have momentum, even if you're stuck. So, it doesn't matter how much you're making, but you've got to have clients already. And the income limit, it really doesn't matter. So whether you're making under 100,000, 100,000, more than 100,000, if you're making $1 million in your business, there's always going to be some kind of problem that you need to get solved. So I'd love to help you. All you need to do is click on the link below this video. We can set up our implementation call. So when you click on the link, I look at all those, and because I can only, handle so many people, if you're approved, you'll get booked on my calendar, and then we'll sit down in front of our computers, and I will go through that implementation strategy with you. It is absolutely mind-blowing. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I am on a mission. I'm on a mission to help you, to help people that want to make a difference in the world, that want to make an impact. I don't care what you do, as long as you're inspired and you've got that fire, you've got that burning drive, you've got that desire. I would love to help you. Until next time, this is Heather Picken. Take care.